The enemy is being reinforced with a dreadnought.
Hello. It's 1 a.m. Yeah, not nice out. Not this new C point is so jarring, man. Oh yeah, but like, cabin point gives a dopamine rush, you know. Simple. Weapons are perpetual cycle. Honestly, it would be better if there wasn't so yeah, the impact grenades are pretty nice. The little red lines in it. So silly. Not smited. Oh yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting watching people see. that's the horrible reality of Sada. It'd be nice if we had some counter snipe, but I think half our team should be useful snipers. Man, Eamon's is nice. HR means actually.
What?
HRP, McGee said it in the testing log. Yeah. No problem. I think he's having a nice evening now. I think he doesn't want to with us. So if he Fuller knows, Chris will probably smite us all again.
The P. Diddy trial is actually crazy. Like, bro, only 2 counts of all the charges were actually found guilty, and the main count was like the main count, like the main charge for him, straight up just found not guilty. I know damn well he bribed somebody. I mean, there's also partially the fact that there were like, what is it, like what considered like quote unquote protests outside, where he was being like held at, like mainly like a few thousand fans that he had. He was like, free Diddy, he did nothing wrong type shit. Yeah, it's like free my boy Diddy, he did nothing wrong type situation.
stop spawning these grenades. I swear half the server's gonna damage. I'm trying to be the very best. Well, you never know, since it is decently close. Just take the B point, you could probably win early. Russian SL. I think SLs are at least it's easier to defend the C point. Stock out like that. It just looks weird.
Hey, we allowed to talk here or we'll get raped if we do? Bro. Sometimes I was against the rules, so I just joined. See, everyone.
Most of the talk was with people
He's
on right now.
my ass personally. He's got fucking beef.
I say we vote Conquest, so we all get bombed again.
The gods have told us to vote Elenets again.
No. I want to play hockey so I can pray to you. Gods.
Nobody plays Oily Nuts Conquest.
Last time we voted Conquest, we all disappointed. Yeah. Conquest gets so much XP. We love
I
the
think
setup,
we're just
but
like
not simple.
not locked in. I keep on joining like 3 people servers. I keep on joining the smallest test server.
There's only one test server.
No, there's 2. The first one's full, I'm pretty sure. So there's another one.
Oh yeah, there's 2. I guess the whole.
Give me the impact.
Oh, this is pain. I wish I was a sap.
Surprisingly, these impacts are really fucking ass for suicide bombing. Like I thought they'd be really good
Yeah.
for it, but they're actually so bad for it.
I think it just turns off after you die. I know.
When do we contract the Iraqis to make suicide bombs in this game?
Like in 2 months or something.
Contract the Serbians.
We love contacting the Serbians. We should contact the Turks to get some drones.
Contact China to get body armor. Oh shit, here they come.
I can do that for you. Technically, I am Chinese.
Fuck, that's a regular ass nade. We just got counter-nated after fucking. This is me off, dude. Oh, got him. Nobody plays Sapper SMG. Sapper SMG is so good. Nobody plays it. I mean, yeah, but it's like 3 extra free assault slots if you're high rank.
Which is. I hope they have.
Yeah, I'm playing attack Sapper all day.
Attack Sap is fun. Like,
The only reason I play Sapper with attack when there's assaults available is just because I like their uniforms more.
which is the better Sapper SMG?
On the steel grenades. Fragmentation sleeves are back. Get that now. Did I get that bitch? Yeah, he's still alive. Oh fuck. I don't understand why final rank FinSL is so high, well, you know, mid. Like, for how high ranking it is, it's kind of mid.
ABS is good.
It's just auto rifleman, dude. It's just auto rifleman. Oh, never mind. They give them an impact. They give them an impact for final rank now. Never mind.
That's awesome. more sapper roles. So we could just like 6 people building. No one wants to.
Moving so boring. It does help your team, but you know, like with this game, you can just play it as a counter sapper and just blow everything up, and it's over. Like you can do like 20 minutes of work with one satchel.
It's nice if you actually have a team that uses your defenses. Otherwise it's just kind of pointless.
Oh, he's using Tommy. Honestly, I do not know what class I should be playing, or know what role. I might just play more assault. Anyone know what rank it's gonna be to unlock impact nades yet? Yeah, it's high ranking, but like they never said which rank.
It's probably gonna be in max assault or in all the assault classes.
Yeah, but let's hope it's not like max Soviet unlocked. It takes like a quadrillion years to unlock, dude.
Probably isn't gonna be
Yeah, yeah. Okay, buddy. I know they're. I'm asking like, do we know the specific rank they'll be given to you? Because like high ranking is kind of a broad term.
I think you don't really remember the ranks since you've only ranked up so far.
Not if you have it unlocked. Did you? Can you check if you have it unlocked?
I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah. So that means I can't see what rank it is.
You could probably ask Mickey in that. I think it's probably ranked 4 or 5. You need to be in good.
Holy shit! I just suicide bomb. He died. Oh, he did die.
Names. Do any of you like the Thompson as a
Yes, I do like Thompson. It certainly feels less cheap to use than PPSH, because the PPSH is basically just a bullet hose, while the Thompson's more a bit slower firing, but it's more rewarding for accuracy.
Yeah, but the thing is that PPSH is more snappy than Thompson.
Just got fucking outplayed by a grenade.
SMG bow. I hear a bunch of people complaining about it from time to time.
Which is it? The engineer zone? Oh, that was a live grenade? What? He didn't even he didn't prime it.
Could
Got blew by an RGB.
what's happened to easy? Could you build some unbuilt barbed wire on the windows overlooking A?
Yep, server shut down again. I don't understand why they're shutting down the servers so frequently.
I think that is on your ends.
No.
I think there might be only one server meant to be open. Or it's just not able to have one because there's a 50-person server that's up.
Yeah. It means just nobody else can play the game. I mean, it's like it lets you go for like about half a round before it closes, which is kind of weird.
Oh, you're on the 50-player server of smaller one.
I'm on the 2-player server.
I think
It's just
if
me.
it's
This guy
maybe
gets caught.
issue if the server's closing for you.
I mean, no, I'm hooked up with Ethernet, so like, it can't be like my internet dying.
It's just probably related to the statistic then.
I kind of agree with the guy's theory, whoever that was, who said that just it's only one server allowed to be open, because that would make the most sense. Honestly, I'm not even trying to test out the impact nades in these test servers. I'm just trying to get a feel for the Fred draw when I unlock it.
Impact grenades aren't really.
Oh yeah, they're good.
I don't know. I think the only way I'd use them is at the C point.
They're good if you really need like a corner cleared.
True, but at that point,
Like the staircase on A on rail station. If you just throw it up the staircase, then anyone at the top just instantly plays that.
but the thing is,
Especially
you
through that little slit.
You could just hold a grenade for 5 seconds to do the same effect.
Yeah, but not all grenades can be like. Oh wait, never. Actually, no, that was stupid. Because I was about to be like, oh, you can only cook the F1, and then I realized you can just cook a grenade by holding it.
F1 is a pretty nice performance since you can just put it up.
Yeah, they're kind of like weird. If you have good timing, any nade can be an impact nade.
Oh yeah. I've been told just hold it for 5 seconds and it just.
What I think is that maybe they should sub out one of the stick grenades or a Molotov for higher ranks.
What for the assault?
Yeah, for assault. They should sub out like one impact nade and one molly, because that would give them some like entrance denial utility.
I guess. But like, that's just a double auto.
I cannot code for shit. I'm just constantly playing like a 5-minute match before the server gets shut down, and I just rejoin.
I think if you just sit on the server, you should eventually join them. Last time I was there, I was in a did it.
My fucking TikTok brain cannot sit down for more than 15 seconds without getting stimulation.
It's kind of sad.
Okay, no, we're not that TikTok. I don't even own TikTok. I don't even have TikTok installed.
Right now.
The high power has 0 recoil all of a sudden, and when you aim in with it, it makes you so you're like on ice.
That's not that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't feel like the P3.
Wait, why is there so many people playing Karelia? Or Karelia?
I think that's that one right now.
What? You know, it would be cool if they revamped the whole thing to work like Horizon Blue's whole map thing. It would be cool.
Horizon Blue just Karelia.
Horizon Blue was intended to be more casual.
What? That makes no sense. Arcade and casual usually go hand in hand.
Yeah. Karelia is just a bit more realistic compared to.
You know, you called Karelia. Yeah. The main issue about these games is that they basically force you to squint at your screen to see if the enemy is just right touching your irons. At that
Let's get
point,
better at sniping. I don't know what to say.
like bro, at that point it isn't the matter of having skill, it's the matter of having a higher definition screen. And I don't even know why. Like, this isn't a issue that most games have. You ever played Eastern War or any of the Milsim games? Those usually have crystal clear iron sights. Meanwhile, this one's so bit crushed. I mean, it's also an issue with Horizon Blue, but generally speaking, in terms of Horizon Blue, engagements are usually much shorter. Not to mention, they have more crisp iron sights.
In HP, just used per person, so using on sites.
In this game, you have to navigate through a bloody circle, which does more to somehow block off your sight picture more than it actually does to aid you.
Those insights are decent, I guess. I think it's just how far it is away from the points.
Wait
I think
until you
we're ever
see
going to
the
be able to
actual
see
M1
parts of
Garand.
the Mannerheim line.
Wait until you see a actual M1 Garand iron sight, because most games, most developers, the M1 Garand iron sights are so fucking squinted that they purposely remove certain parts of the Garand, such as mainly COD. They do remove certain parts of the iron sight to make the Garand more usable for quote
Actually,
unquote.
the Grand Iron sights aren't that bad. The circle is mostly fixated on the rear, so it doesn't impede side picture that much. The
No,
front
I'm
is
talking about the
basically
front
just
sight
a
that developers
blur.
mainly remove. There's a certain piece that that most developers for
You mean
they
that?
do remove a certain piece of the front iron sight of a M1
What was
Garand
it
just
called
to make
again?
let the players see again, just to see better.
Wait, really? I thought the
Yeah,
biggest
no joke,
issue
no
would
joke.
be
Just play
the
like I'm telling you,
adjustable
man. Just
dial on
play
the
any
rear
COD
side.
game and just look at the M1 Garand sights, and they're chances are most of them do have that certain piece of front iron sight removed, just so you can see better. Because if not, in real life, it does kind of take up a portion of your screen.
You mean the rear? You
No,
mean
the
the rear
front
side
sight,
that's
not the
adjustable for
no the
range?
front sight, not the rear sight.
Donald
The
J.
front
It's me, Trump. It's me, Donald J. Trump. Hello.
bad. I mean, sure, you got those branching up bits, but the front tip is totally fine. Meanwhile, the default GUR for the German side is absolutely atrocious. Basically blocks out everything that's not directly in front of you. Oh god. Is it even accurate in this game for some machine guns to be so absurdly effective?
I feel like SMGs are very effective in.
But bro, this isn't even like they have a rifle grade accuracy. You can basically snipe with that shit, and you can land a headshot from a window away.
I guess that's true. The SMGs are a bit too accurate in the game.
They are usually because they have terrible ballistics and atrocious recoil.
I remember when people complained that the KP had zero recoil in Karelia, but then McGee pulls up the clip of somebody firing the KP just to prove that that SMG in particular has 0 to none recoil, almost to none recoil.
Yeah, but usually when they're doing that, they're aimed at with all brace, not suddenly whipping into combat.
Is that real?
I don't know if you were here before the Gavar got nerfed, but the Gavar was actually the best rifle.
Which
No, it
Gavar
was
are you
actually
talking
the-
about?
Gavar had like an insane velocity. You could like
No,
you
it's
didn't have to worry
actually
about
the
bullet drop.
It was actually.
No, no. What the fuck?
That fucking rifle straight up carried me when I was like I was still new to this community.
I was
Now I
talking
just use
about
the nose.
Horizon Blues Gavar, not Karelia's, if it has one.
No, Karelia does have a Gavar.
It's
just
me,
not-
Donald J. Trump. I would like to say that Horizon Blue's third-person gameplay is better than Karelia, and
I'm gonna
first-person.
shit my pants.
Well, duh, because
Just brought Trump
Karelia
to the
doesn't
call.
even have third person. In all
And
honesty,
you know I'm always right.
In all honesty, Horizon Blue's third person is utterly terrible except for point blank range. And the main issue is that if you don't
No,
have your
it's
sight
actually
on
pretty.
top,
It's pretty alright for long range. I kind of like it a lot.
no, the main issue is that if you don't have your sight picture directly on the target, you have absolutely no idea what you're aiming at.
I mean, sometimes.
These takes
sometimes,
sound like
yeah.
skill issues.
But then again, majority of the time, whenever I play the game, I usually get up to real close point blank range, then I fire. Mostly because I abuse the heck out of the fact that Sapper's veteran tier gives you basically a revolver, and that shit's completely busted in close range combat, even more than semi-automatic pistols. The main issue is that for some reason the light machine guns in the game are absolutely garbage to use. So much recoil, heavy as fuck, and the damn thing, like, yeah.
Why are you like? inhaling every time you say something.
Yeah.
You have like asthma.
Sorta. The surrounding area that I'm in at the moment really
I
does
feel that.
not lend itself to good breathability.
I feel that pimp. I feel that pimp.
But yeah.
We on Karelia
Anyways.
right now. The whole hood on Karelia right now.
Yeah. Usually in Horizon Blue, I don't know, I find it really easy to win the match in that game. All you gotta do is order your entire team to bum rush a point and like basically you win. Go no sniping, no stopping. You get on the point, shoot, and then bang. I'm pretty sure that some machine guns in the game are realizing the fact that they're basically obsolete. Oh, you ever played the game Barrage? Yeah, that game is absolutely fire. It has so much potential if it steps up its game. Actually, no, the downward mechanic's basically the main gimmick for the whole thing. It really does lend itself to pretty good ragdolls, but the main issue is that the tactic of charging full speed ahead with a pistol and firing it wildly is basically the most prominent tactic in the game, to where everyone basically ditches their rifle in exchange for a pistol. Yeah, you fire that shit way too accurately for a guy running at full speed. Yeah, you know what escape R into does? Yeah, it resets you. So every time you get into a position where you basically really can't get up, aka in the middle of the battlefield, you're most certainly going to get shot to bits if you show any hint of life. You best just stay. So apparently the best way of dealing with tanks in that game is suicide bombing them. No, like literally, you get a grenade and you charge. You can't even throw the whole grenade because you don't even know where it goes. You just hold the grenade, run to the tank, and hope it blows up with you with it and deals damage to the tank. Apparently it does. But the fact that they don't have bayonets in the game is absolutely appalling.
Sure about that.
You have a charge mechanic. You have a rifle, and like it can't use melee. But everyone gets a pistol, apparently.
Is that fireworks? That's crazy.
I don't even know how they afford I don't even know how they managed to afford a pistol for every foot-ranking soldier in the army in that game. A semi-automatic pistol, for that matter. Granted, it's breech loading, but I think that's more style rather than anything. How the heck did they even manage to breech load it then?
Oh, I didn't get it. I was dead.
Yeah, for some reason, static positions in this game basically just make you a complete sitting duck.
What game? Horizon?
Yeah, all games actually. every game. And God forbid, the delay to get your damage up kills you most time when you need it the most. But then again, if you're basically just skimming along on 1 HP and bandaging up, you're most certainly going to die in the next few seconds.
Did we just get vaporized?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that France is the upper end in Horizon Blue as long as they manage to counter the unrelenting assault. Because their armament of semi-automatic rifles and basically that for all ranks of their specialist cast, rather than the submachine gun that every Jerry seems to tout so highly. Meanwhile, some noob managed to get that slot and all they got to show is carabiner and a few extra grenades. Grenades aren't even good in the game. Anyways, cough cough Centaura for making me basically reach beyond my keyboard in order to use all 4 of my grenades they gave me. I'm pretty sure that Centaura's on its way out. But how it managed to still hold around 700 players is no one's.
Phone.
What?
Phone.
Oh, okay. How the hell do people even play Centaura?
They don't. They suffer.
Like, their fingers must be ruined.
Nah, they're just to do terrible at the game. But because they're like 6, they don't care.
Like, how many of our future generation is going to be growing up with dislocated thumb joints? Unless if you live in Australia. Unless if you live in Australia. At that point, they emphasize you to go gamble in real life than gamble online. Or at least that's what their policies say.
I don't know.
Secret
Well, actually, in this
Soviet
situation, we need the
technology.
AKMs. AK-47's the closest, but that's 3 years off.
Secret Soviet technology.
Look at the AK-47.
How the Red
3 years
Army.
early.
How the Red Army World War One. The cult of the infantry weapon. Oh wait, what was it again? The fixation on small arms. What do you think that the devs are going to make a Mannerheim line map? Like, we have yet to see the Mannerheim line in this game.
Anaheim has always been a painful map.
What? What? At that point, yeah, at that point, the Finns have absolutely no hope. Sure, they may have cool moments in the frontier with their pocket tactics, but the main business was down in Karelia. As soon as the Mannerheim line broke, the Finns just basically threw in the towel. I mean, perhaps they got tired of making a naval game. To be fair, Dead Ahead is rather old. Yeah, but they really should add more planes and carriers, like more emphasis on carrier warfare. And God bless. Yeah, add some sort of Yamato, and they add like some sort of Yamato game mode. No, like as in a carrier needs to face off against a battleship. And you get to see why the carrier triumphed over the battleship, or why a improperly run carrier is absolutely useless against some people who know how to aim a gun. But then again, usually when carriers operate, they're really far away. Like, if they get into a range of a battleship, something has gone awfully wrong.
Why is there a modeled AK in this game?
Because like, if a carrier group met head to head, why would the cruisers play such a decisive role in the engagement? Those buggers are supposed to deal with unroaching destroyers, who are Centero, I think, was the first proper foray in the whole Roblox World War I genre. Trenches was way too kiddie, and Entrenched also carried that same too arcadey formula. But Centauro was also arcadey. It had a veneer of simplicity, but it was arcadey nonetheless. Absolutely janky. Aye. Or if you refer to me, who builds like absolutely insane amounts of ingenious. Yeah, I'm talking about the same thing. Building in trenches is a terrible prospect. You have to hold the mouse key for 1 whole minute. Yeah, no.
I built
At that point,
it's fun.
Yeah, but the
Bags,
issue. Are you talking about trenches and entrenched?
Yeah.
Because building in trenches, beta, it is the worst experience one could ever experience. I don't know why they had to make it so insanely long.
Bro, there's a guy on the roof. Why can you get on the roof?
Every time I build anything in that game, I basically just put a weight to the M1 button on my mouse and go and take a glass of water.
I really like getting on rooftops in Kuchenheim or whatever it's
Pro
called.
tip for building in trenches. You actually can, like, if you click hold, press escape, then unclick your mouse. That also just works. But yeah, wait times are a real thing.
At that point,
they're like
in the grenade boxes.
I don't know how they can exactly get around.
Easy. Have it more focused on resources, but ditch the whole time aspect. Like every...
As in, like, a supplies thing?
Yeah.
I can see that. I do like the supplies and building system in this game, for example.
Again, artillery support is absolutely abysmal to... Artillery support in the game is so abysmal to... Like, it doesn't even... Well, it does sort of it does sort of improve as the game goes on. You get better reconnaissance, but in terms of innovations in fire control in this game, it's just fun. Yeah.
Would it be cool
Basically,
if sappers could make like ammunition resupply points as well as like basic defenses?
nah, the game's too
It's like on the map
mobile
for
and
like
fluid for
machine
that
gunners
sort
to
of
go
thing.
resupply, or like the senior MG to resupply instead of having to die. Or just like
Oh, why was I so high with 9 kills?
So yeah, anyways,
Terrible. Noise. Went 9 and 13.
generally in
KD.
trenches, the best tactic that I would recommend is simply just a mass infantry charge of grenades.
Yeah, because if you build a bunch of grenade boxes in the prep period, everybody can have grenades and just
Like,
spam.
even if they have bunkers, basically all you have to do is just swarm that bunker, attack it with all the melee weapons you have, destroy it, and move
Or
on.
if you're in the early game, that bunker is probably like on its own, so you should probably just like go around it and dismantle it from the
Like,
side.
every time I see my team trying to set up a proper defense, they just get displaced by an infantry assault. Sure, you may try to use a tank or sorts as a force multiplier, but that gets easily countered by one guy who spent 100 points on a G tank. And there, he basically just destroyed your 1,000-point tank.
Yeah.
So it's the best way for you to win in trenches is to run a infantry heavy team who has an appropriate amount of anti-tank support when the time comes. It's double as railguns for some reason.
I like the ladders in Karelia. They're fun.
Yeah, but what happens when you encounter the enemy when you're using one?
That's where you
Not
pause a
trust
second
your
to watch
speakers.
around.
That this round would be completely normal.
No, really, it's more about luck, really.
In what way?
I feel like the only reason I don't
Too open?
People want
Yeah.
that field battle experience without urban combat. They want to relive.
combat.
They want to relive the early stages of COD 2, forgetting that COD 2 gave them huge amounts of favoritism. And now they have to deal with Axis-aligned forces who aren't completely brain dead.
I guess it's just easily abusable as a map. Because I usually
Human-
don't run into
what-
situations, but there is that one moment where you have the third person spamming dot aimer who just completely shuts down your entire team because they have a good position. So I guess there can be an issue. Oh, absolutely. I wish third person was gone. Really? That's so dumb. Like, I've used it as that
Oh.
once, but much easier is to completely eliminate the risk of peeking. Which is... Also, you can see your character on the front screen, and other people can see you very easily. It's too OP, it ruins a lot of risk, and it turns maps like Sala into super easily beautiful. Because, like, yes, you do have these oppressive positions, but I think it already is sculpted in a decent way, but you could sculpt it even more so those positions can be snuck up upon, and you can just completely push them out of there. But if you can third-person peek, then, well, the bushes are kind of meaningless, and the hills are kind of meaningless, and a bunch of other stuff
I
gets
feel
absolutely
like
screwed.
the only half decent justification for maybe third person is like the Sapper UI, but that could be fixed with like a couple just tweaks to it.
Absolutely. I'm in a really nice, fairly oppressive angle here, but I can be stuck up on 3 different ways. A grenade can be tossed in my room, and I'm kind of screwed. I was in a completely good angle, and then one person got the sneak on me, and I'm completely out of it. It's like, it has these strong power positions. I think the main issue is it super over-exemplifies team imbalance. Because there's no, like, team auto-balance. There's no really good way to do that or anything. It's all your choice of what team you're on. A bunch of people, good people go on the same team, well, they cover each other's angles, and they just completely control the powerful positions, and you're screwed. But if you have fair
Yeah,
teams,
kind
or
of a
even like
similar
somewhat
thing
okay,
in MTC, where like in MTC, like all the skilled people wind up on one team and they just absolutely curb stomp.
yeah, I think Sala, it definitely exemplifies that, because it does have these really powerful positions because of how open it is. But if you have nobody skilled to go up and exterminate them, then you're kind of just screwed. I've been in a situation before where I'm, like, just because of how it is, I happen to be the best person on my team. I'm not even that good. And there's, like, 2 really good people on the other team, and they just hold these positions, and I can't get both of them out.
Yeah.
Kill one, but there's
Whenever I
still the
played
other
as
one destroying the
Kappa-
entire team. It's just...
Wait, no. Whenever I play Coot and Monica's on the senior MG, that map just instantly becomes a lot less fun just because they know where everyone is, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I think third person really makes it worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right now we're having a pretty dang good match in Sala. Because there's just, like, a lot of skilled players, so it balances out a decent bit. do think you could do a bit of tweaking to help make the powerful positions weaker, especially that hill area. They get really abused. I don't know. I've had a lot of fun matches on Sala. I personally wouldn't want to see it gone. Well, that's partially the downside of the game being really small right now. If there was more servers, you could just kind of server hop really easily, but now it's like, oh, you have one full server and one nothing server, so you can't really do that. I don't know, I must not have been playing recently, but I've never found Solid to be that popular of a map in the map pool. So sadly, Coot is like super unpopular, and I absolutely love Coot.
Yeah. Wait, people hate food?
Hmm?
Like, people hate food?
I just never see it played. Not since like when it first got added. It's super rare. I see Mannerheim way more. I think Mannerheim is kind of new, so I just see it super rare. But so I'm guessing casual people don't enjoy Coot because they're just not playing it.
Yeah,
what is?
There are other maps with that, but worse. Mannerheim is one of them.
Mannerheim's a bit painful, especially on Signaler. Early on, it's nice. You're really important, but after a point, it just becomes, useless. B and A pointer. Signaler can do pretty much nothing. Yeah, but I find a lot of times, even though you're spawn camping them, you can't get in. And then it's like, what can you do?
Bunker on the flank of A point?
Mm-hmm.
If can't remember the directions, but if you sneak into that small bunker off to the side, you have a very good angle to put down some very, very nasty barrages.
You should definitely try that out. I really pretty much only play Finish, and my Signaler level is much lower than that one, so I've been trying to get it up. So Mannerheim's been one I've been voting for, but I guess I'll definitely try that out, just because I found it's like I need to push it just like a little bit further back, but then at that point I'm spawn camping them, so it's just a bit painful. I don't know if there's, I haven't thought of any good way to fix it. It just mostly seems just a little bit sad in how it has to be. Because if you push back the distance you can spawn it, then oh, you're really powerful, but now you just, as soon as they spawn in, there's gonna be a bomb on their head. Guess I just need to try it out a bit more. Is Hokey still in the map pool? I haven't played that in a while.
Operation Hockey is still there.
That's nice. It's been a fun map.
Or hockey?
I have no clue. Like, I've had some terrible matches on it, but I've also had some phenomenal matches on it.
Ooh, interesting. why, but the impact grenade looks like silly. It's probably just for paint.
Oh, is it one with the red bands?
Yeah, it's the red bands.
Yeah, it does look quite silly.
They make
But-
it look kind of cartoony.
Yeah. It might just be how it looks like.
You know, there's a BAR guy. Thank you.
Get the cover! Oh, very nice.
Oh,
I survived.
my eyes!
Have a great day.
Have a good day. Bye.